This video is about calculus, and specifically differentiation. We start with a function. This may be called, for example, y or f of x. And using differentiation, we find the derivative, which would be called dy dx or f dash x. Derivative is just a new name for something that we've encountered before. It just means the rate of change of the function. And we've come across this before in coordinate geometry when we were finding slope. Here I have a coordinate diagram. It shows the x and y axes, and it shows a function, which in this case is a linear function, on that plane. In a linear function like this, I can actually clearly see the slope using rise over run, and that would be the same as dy dx, the derivative. In this case, the slope, which I can call m, is 2 over 3, since rise is 2 and run is 3. But I could also say dy dx equals 2 over 3, since the derivative is just another name for the slope. Take a moment to see, can you figure out the equation of this line in the diagram? Pause the video and do that, and then write the equation in the form y equals mx plus c. The equation of this line is y equals 2 over 3x plus 2. So I can see that it's actually very easy to identify the derivative of a linear function of this type by just looking at the coefficient of x. At this point, it would be a good idea to go to your book on page 512 and complete question 2 and question 3. Notice that in this diagram, my line is sloping up. This means that my function is increasing. And this means that my derivative must be positive. Another way of saying this is that dy dx is greater than 0. For comparison, let's look at this diagram now. C can use rise over run to identify its slope and write its equation in the form y equals mx plus c. What is dy dx? What do you notice about its sign? And why is this? Its slope is minus 1 over 3. Its equation is minus 1 over 3x plus 4. And its derivative, dy dx, is minus 1 over 3. In this case, our line was sloping down, so the function was decreasing, and so dy dx was negative. It was less than 0. Remember from coordinate geometry that when we're making the equation of a line, we need to know its slope, m, and its y-intercept, c. The slope was minus 1 over 3, identified from the rise over run. Note how it intercepts the y-axis at 4. And that is why we have the plus 4 at the end of the equation. At this point, it would be a good plan to go to page 512 as far as page 514 and answer questions 4 to 9.